Oh, you're hitting yourself against the window, niña.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Buenos dias, and welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel for a daily news flash. Siri is trying to throw herself out of a window. It is all systems go. Paula is up in what I can only describe as Bond villain territory right now. Okay, it is ridiculous.
Let me show it to the people. The sun's come out. City, I swear to God.
I mean, okay, so if you can pinpoint on Google Maps where Paula is, you will win a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Okay, because look at it. That is proper wild mango country. I mean, you're pointing it at the worst possible part for us to look at. You were pointing down at the ground, Paula. Your cinematography is not
sorry.
nice.
Well, that's it. I mean, I don't know. Those are the mountains. They don't look that big, but they're
point
quite
it up
huge.
a bit more. Point it up a bit more. Let get some sky in. There we go. There we go.
I know what I could do. I know what I could do. Right here.
No, the other way.
No, but can you see that mountain?
Yeah, that hill.
Yeah, well, I'm in the middle of all of these.
Look at that. Point it up a bit more. There we go. Stop. Whoa. Because Paula was going on about mountains earlier, but because she was pointing the camera so down, the white refracting of the sky, all I could see was that one mountain in front of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That is wild. That is proper wild. So
yeah,
Paula,
I'm freezing. It reminds me of Scotland when I went there, or England. I've been to Scotland many times. It's beautiful. I know that these little mountains, wee mountains, that don't surprise you, but to me, they're huge, and it reminds me a lot of that, except that this is a jungle.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's nuts. Hang on a second. I've got I need a premium account on Twitter. I have opened a Twitter, everybody. I just want to point that out. This is it right here. Come and join me on the Twitter.
Go follow you.
Yeah, come follow me. I just want to say this artwork here was 100% stolen off of Google. Artist name is right here. Full credit to the artist. Fully stolen off Google. So yeah, we'll see how long this lasts before
now you're with what's it might call it? You're with Elon, so he's not gonna.
Yeah, well, this is it. Also, as well, I'm thinking about not moving, but starting up some stuff on Rumble and possibly doing an after chat on a Friday on Rumble, right? Because
what is the handle? I typed Ron Project ROOQ and nothing comes up.
Ron well, all right.
Let me see. Maybe I'm typing it wrong.
Maybe I'm banned already. I'll put it in the side chat.
You know that P Dine and I did a live and her members channel. I'm not getting anything. Put it on the side chat.
Yeah, I have them. Yeah, I probably spelled my own name wrong. That's probably why you can't find it. It's usually
or I did, because Rome Project R.
Listen, before we jump into royal stuff, right? Obviously, there's some big news around the world. Sean has just done a very, very interesting video on it all, and that's obviously the second assassination attempt.
I was going to talk about that.
And it's a bit mad. So rather than regurgitate everything that Sean went over, we're going to just touch on it all, have a look at a couple of headlines, and then have a look at a few videos that have been posted just while YouTube sends out these notifications. And man, do you know there's a pub, right, Paula? Do you know there's a pub in Peckham called the Duke of Sussex, right? No, it gets so much better. No, it gets so much better. That has a full-size wax statue of Harry and Meghan inside it.
No.
Oh yeah. Wait till you see. I mean,
is it really? This is no kidding, right?
Well, you'll just have to wait and see, Paula. I mean, maybe it's real. Maybe it's all AI. Who knows? Who knows? But no, I'll show you. But it's interesting, the lengths that people go. It's interesting as well on the other side of the coin when you look at, because this is day one for me on Twitter, and when I typed in Prince Harry, it's like 50-50 on madness, conspiracies, people supporting birthday wishes, and all kinds. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a fun time as I learn to navigate the Twitter sphere.
I still don't know how to navigate it. I still don't know my way around Reddit.
Oh, really? Well, Reddit's all right. Reddit's just old school forum format, you know. And when you like something, you
I
vote it
didn't
up.
even know it existed.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Reddit, if somebody wants to try and get toxic on Reddit, everyone just downvotes it and it just disappears into the nether realm. It's an interesting format. But Reddit, I mean, it's one of the cornerstones of the early eras of the internet.
Doesn't Serena's wife own it?
I don't know who Serena is.
Serena Williams?
I'm pretty sure it's a dude that owns it.
That's what I mean. That's Serena's wife. Ay, niño.
You're sassy today.
Ohanian or something like that. His name is Ohanian. Meghan was flirting with him.
Yeah, Meghan apparently allegedly flirts with a lot of people. Also, as well, I will be getting new glasses next week because I'm sick of looking at myself in these ones. Although they are freaking amazing, but they turn everything ultraviolet, and it's a bit intense. Well, not ultraviolet, but violet colored. So yeah, look, let's hop on to Riley Wesley Ruth.
Who is he?
This is the alleged almost shooter in the second Trump assassination.
So they did not unalive him like the other one.
No, they didn't.
This is a storybook. Any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good.
So his family have spoken out.
President Trump, they were on the fifth hole. They were about to go up to putt. They heard pop, 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 pop.
It's an interesting one.
Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile.
So they're seeing this as the point of the vantage point. So when he talks about ceramic tiles, this will have been a homemade attempt at armor plating the fence so that when he's taken position, he's got some sort of relative protection.
And a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures.
Now, is this just not a very well to put together little scene here? Now, I'm not trying to cause any conspiracies here, all right? But all I'm saying is this is a very interesting little photograph.
We were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them.
Yeah, Spangles, we're going to get to that. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
And they
please like and share as well if you can, people. It would mean the world to me. It really would.
spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy.
Interesting.
The suspect's demeanor I would describe as having a relatively calm, flat affect. Was not displaying a lot of emotion. Never asked, what is this about?
Interesting. So it's a very different situation than the first Trump assassination attempt, of course. This one was foiled, shall we say. It was the Secret Service allegedly spotted the man in the bushes, popped off a few rounds. He was later seen fleeing the scene. And, oh, Jesus, sorry. Then a passer or a member of the public seen him running, took a photo of his van, took a photo of his license plate. It's the perfect situation for an assassination attempt. You have a scene where we have the pew-pew and these ceramic tiles. We have a perfect getaway. We have a witness. We have witnesses taking photos and then a subsequent arrest of an incredibly calm individual. It's a very interesting resolution to this because it's going to be a very interesting court case, no? As far as big court cases go, having a potential assassin and being able to see the reasons behind it all are, Helen, it really does. It really, really does. Hang on a second.
Standing here with the Ukrainians, this Maid Square, Independence Square, we should have millions of people in this square, filling the square from every country around the world. and why we don't, I don't understand. We need everybody here. You know, if you have no skills, just come. You know, we need to be cheerleaders. Just being here and saying, hey, I support the Ukrainians, and I support human rights, and I support.
So I wonder if this is going to be the angle for all of this with Trump. I mean, how do we put this democratically?
Can I
Friendly.
say something, Ron?
Yeah.
He's you know what when I'm looking at him,
Yeah.
he seems to be the byproduct of mainstream media, believing the lies of the mainstream media.
Well, I mean, he is.
This is perfect.
He is
The mainstream media should be sued. There has to be some law passed because Obama signed a law that removed propaganda. Now, because the government before that, and I can't remember what the name of the law was, because before government could not be involved in any sort of propaganda or anything like that. But Obama did away with that. He signed a bill deleting that. So now the government of the United States can be in the business of propaganda for these kinds of things. And you know what? I look at this gentleman, and to me, he looks like a person who bought the Kool-Aid.
Well, you got to remember as well, he has gone, I believe, to the Ukraine. He's talking about it from first-hand experience. But 100%, I mean, what you're saying, you know, stands. But do you think then if he has got an invested interest in the Ukraine, the people of the Ukraine, and with Trump's association, shall we just call it association with Putin, do you think that's going to turn out to what the narrative is going to be for why he done it, the MO? What do you guys think in the side chat?
It doesn't justify you having a gun and shooting people. That doesn't justify it, because what Trump has said is that he wants to end the war.
Yes, he does, but he made it complicated for himself. I watched some compilations of some of the debates that have gone on, and one of the ones recently, it was a bit mad what had been said by Trump. I'm not going to lie, and I almost feel, now forgive me for saying this, right, but I almost feel this couldn't have been a more perfect situation for Trump. Another assassination attempt, no shots fired at him. He got away safely. This is only going to do good for him, I would imagine, in the polls. But
oh yeah, you know what? He posted on Truth Social. I mean, only Trump would think of that. 2-0.
Yeah, I seen that. He's a goddamn savage, is what he is. He's a goddamn savage.
I love him, man.
Yeah.
But this gentleman, he doesn't strike me as somebody. Look at his eyes. I can tell by his eyes that he's like, he really believes this.
Yeah.
You know, and I really believe, because the media has done such a terrible job, or good job, at convincing people. I mean, the fact that people feel that they can come and I'm sorry to say this, but they make it sound, the way they say it, the way they put it out, they make it sound. Kamala is in a show saying that somebody should take out Trump. Biden said the same thing. Pelosi have said the same thing. Clinton have said the same thing. You know that the better is going to be where it only takes is a bullet. They have said that publicly. Okay. And so, and they've compared them to the men in Germany. They compared them to everything. So these kids, I've seen kids on TikTok, Ron.
Yeah.
They lost it. When the first attempt happened, they were so they were screaming how because they believe that he is like the men. And let me.
Well, do you know what else is weird, Paula? Right, Sean pointed this the other day. We're talking about 2 months ago, a presidential candidate was almost assassinated to the point where a bullet struck his ear. The world spoke about it for a week, and that was it. Like, does anybody else not feel like it's a bit weird that no one is still talking about assassination attempt?
That's because the Democrats have done a very good job at moving it along.
Yeah.
If it had been, for example, Biden or Kamala, we would still be talking now. And they would have blamed the Republicans, and they would say that the Republicans are all these crazy people. And this is the sad part that I see, because as soon as what is Trump doing? As soon as Obama signed away that bill where propaganda was allowed from the U.S. government, That was it.
Yeah.
Because before the US government was not allowed to engage in any form of propaganda, which is why when the Twitter thing came up and the Facebook thing came out, that they had been manipulating it, it was against the law because they were not supposed to be doing that. City.
It's one to keep. Obviously, we're going to keep an eye on it. It seems like we all complained about what happened to the last shooter, and now I almost feel like they've got a chance to do it again the right way with this shooter. It all just seems really odd. It just all seems really, really odd. Two attempts in a year. It's mad. It's mad. So, like I say, Sean done a really, really good show this morning. He breaks it down. He really feels like this is them trying to usher in World War III. This is his entire topic of discussion this week is, are we seeing people trying to usher in the new downfall of the entire planet, effectively. Control, though, you've got to understand it all comes from control. If Putin was decided to fire on the UK, the US, I mean, that's it. That's the world will never ever be the same again. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Now, sadly, the news doesn't get any better. You remember we spoke about someone called Hugh Edwards, Paula?
Yeah, I remember. I remember. What is it?
Hugh Edwards was the latest PDF file.
I remember that.
Yeah, from the UK. So his sentencing happened today, and 41 Category A images of children from the age of 7 upwards have been found on Hugh Edwards' cell phone. Now, Category A images are the worst kind of images, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Wasn't he in the BBC or something like that?
Yeah, he was the face of the news. This was the guy, Paula.
Did he announce the Queen's death?
I don't know. Possibly. But here we go. Hugh Edwards, the disgraced BBC presenter who was paid a fortune by the taxpayer, has broadcast on LinkedIn that he'll be doing charity work. This just cynical charity washing of his salary, 360-day pension before sentencing, is made on his child image charges. And my word, did he have some charges. So give me a minute. I'm going to pull up the full report and then.
Casabear is saying, yes, he was the one who announced the Queen's death.
Okay. Oh, he announced it. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said denounced.
No, announced it. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. So here we go. This is from today. Hugh Edwards' latest. Your reputation is entire. Judges tells ex-BBC newspaper he paid a PDF file who sent him child abuse images. Hugh Edwards avoided jail. What?
No, this can't be right.
Shut up.
What the hell's wrong with the UK?
No. What? Key points. Hugh Edwards avoids jail as mugshot released. Hugh Edwards paid up to $1,500 to a PDF file who sent him child abuse images. Very good chance that was somebody abusing one of their own kids. All right, I have a story coming out this year about this
6
Australian
months suspended sentence. What the F is happening in the United Kingdom? We still don't know what that thing about that guy, right? The painter.
Yeah, listen. I'm way beyond triggered right now. Hang on.
Isn't that a jailable offense? At least in Canada, it is, even with a couple of those images.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just looking up Category A. Okay. All right, people. So on his phone, there was at least, hang on a second, let's not misquote ourselves. Don't want to be misinformation. Right. So 41 obscene Category A images. Let's learn together, kids. Okay, what is the categories of indecent images? Category A deemed the most severe. Okay, the most severe. So what is the charge?
What is the penalty? Can you check what the penalty is if you are found with one?
Yeah. I mean, category A images are considered the most severe as they involve that word there, SA. So you see that? You see what I'm talking about? That is the R of children, the most severe level of R-ing of kids. This guy has 41 separate R-ing scenarios on his phone and is yet avoided jail. I am raging.
No, but wait a minute. It says the repercussions for indecent image offenses within this category are typically the heaviest of all related
Or
offenses.
sentencing guidelines. Possession of carrying starting point is okay. Possession of category A indecent images as a starting point of years custodial sentence extending to a maximum of 3 years. Making offences hold much more severe penalties with starting points for distributing category images, sentence starting at 2 years imprisonment, production, sentencing of 6 years, and the sentencing of these offences will depend. So he should have been looking at a minimum.
At least 1 year sentence.
A year, yeah, minimum.
And I think Casabear, somebody said, oh no, the Blue Nomad said 6 months suspended sentence. That something is wrong in this world, because then people like him are going to look at that. It's a 6 months suspended sentences. Wow. Bring it on.
Sorry, everybody. I did not look into this before we went live, and we're all learning together.
BBC, Edwards betrayed us. Wanker.
Following the sentence of Claire Brown from the hang on a second. Let me just.
Hugh Edwards is about.
Oh, look at his mugshot. Yes, my guys.
Hugh Edwards is about to leave very, very shortly, Martin. He left the court and consulted with his legal teams, leaving now, facing sort of the gamut of all of those cameras, and presumably return immediately.
Is this what would have happened to Jimmy, ladies and gentlemen? Is this why people didn't come forward? Is this what we're talking about? Because what I'm interested in finding out is the guy that the PDF file that he paid.
Oh, Jimmy! Now I got it.
Where's his court case? Where's the arrest of the PDF file? Because if they can track the money, right, and they've got all of this correspondence, where's the arrest of the product? I'm sorry, everybody. I'm really triggered. Where is the arrest of the person who supplied good old Hugh Edwards?
Yeah, we haven't heard about that. I wonder if he came to an agreement to provide names, because he's part of it.
It's just madness. It really, really is madness. At this point, guys, can you make sure you like and share for me? It really, really does help out the channel. And I'm completely blown away. I'm flabbergasted that this has gone the way that it has. Suspended sentence, washing of his money. I mean, just how good is Twitter, by the way? It's just like everything's right here for me. So there you go. Possibility of a jail sentence of up to 3 years. Right. This was reported as he was going into the courtroom, and the fact that this man has got no jail time, and there was 41 images just on his phone. That doesn't include laptops, tablets, computers. Wild. Guys taking in luggage.
Those are files. They take files in.
Yeah, but I mean, find something else that doesn't look like you're just looking to leave the country as soon as the court case is over. I mean, it just reeks of heading for Mexico. You know what I mean? Wild, man. Absolutely bonkers. I've got one more fun little story that I'll save to the end. We're going to jump into some royal stuff because...
I'll post a picture that I'm sharing.
Oh, yeah, the feet.
Trigger warning, trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning. Like, what
Meghan's feet. Meghan feet.
We're on Meghan's toes again. What are we thinking here, ladies and gents?
Well, look at this. Look at her big toe. Look at her big toe. Let me go back to that thing, and I'm going to show you, because remember when we showed it, they managed to Photoshop one, but not the other. Let me show you.
Listen, I just want to say, if you've got a second toe bigger than your big toe, I am one of those people. I have a toe, but that could basically be my foot that you're looking at right there. This one here.
Look, for example, here, both toes are larger than the other toe, but you can clearly see that they Photoshop it, right? And they Photoshopped it so badly that this one looks bigger than this one. But here, What is this mess going on? Look at the big toe pointing the other way. I mean, that toe has its own personality.
There's a madness going on here, right? And there's a madness going on here. And also, what is this?
I have no idea. Those
What
are
is that?
the vein in her feet.
No, that ain't like veins, man. That looks like a trident, like a little trident or something, man. That's
Megan
something
can
crazy.
literally stand on that toe, that little middle toe, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that is that bad. This is at an event, and I'm going to send you because you might want to post this. This is at an event from Safian, this woman who lost a child named George, and whose daughter survived, and the daughter's name is Lily. And I think we've talked about it, but last year Meghan wasn't part of this, but this year she is, because you know what the Hollywood Reporter posted, right? The Hollywood Reporter.
Nah, to be honest, I've been sort of deep in a pit of madness.
Okay, I'm going to show you what the Hollywood Reporter posted, sweetie, because you need to see this.
Yeah, let's go.
The Hollywood Reporter is the Bible in the U.S.
Okay.
The Hollywood Reporter is it, and they had been pro Meghan forever. But now I'm gonna share that.
Go for it.
We're gonna go to Molly's ex, because Molly is the goat. So so I'm gonna show you these things. This is Harry. This was on Saturday, not on his birthday. Nobody's looking at Harry. Do you see that?
Hang on. One second.
City, you're putting your ass on me.
There we go.
That's look, this is on Saturday. This wasn't on Harry's birthday. This is the lady who lost her son, whose name is George, right? And she's left with her daughter, Lily, right? And then we were taking guesses what Harry was telling Meghan, like wipe your nostrils or whatever, you know. But this is at that thing, right? I'm going to show you what the Hollywood Reporter, and why does she do this? Why does she do this? She sticks up her vagine, like Molly says, up to women. That is such a...
Wait. Where does the other set of arms come from? Oh, there's another person. Okay,
there's a little girl, the Lily, who's hugging Meghan. That's her daughter who's hugging Meghan. Because, of course, Harry and Meghan pop up at this event for children without their children.
She looks like she's trying to tackle this woman. Like
she looks like she's trying to do something to her, but it's not tackling. Look at her vagine. Her vagine is after her.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying she pushes her pelvis forward?
Yes, her vagina. I can't say her JJ. Look at that. Look at that. Like, you know, it's like all thrust. And the funny thing is, look at the people in the background. Nobody cares. And Meghan
if we're going to say that, I feel like they're both at it in this picture. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, I'm just saying it looks like she might be putting her pelvis out, but allegedly someone is all right with it. That's all I'm saying.
No, but that's insane. And that's the little girl, right? And then
it's just a weird way of cuddling.
Oh, yeah, but she made sure that she hugged her from the side where the camera, where her assistant was.
Yeah, I don't know about the pelvis pushing. I think that is a bit odd. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever hugged someone.
Nobody hugs like that. You know, you keep your little distance in the nether region.
Yeah, it seems like a cat in heat. The way a cat in heat would give a cuddle.
Look at Molly. I love her. Oh, can you imagine? Good morning, Nacho. Best birthday ever. Can you imagine waking up to that? That's disgusting.
Oh man, listen, we've all had moments where we've woken up and wondered what the hell is going on in our lives. Okay, and that face would be one of the ones that would convince me of this.
And this is the royal family wishing the Duke of Sussex a very happy 40th birthday, which is insane. This is insane what they did that. And I've heard people trying to, they preempted this strike, that what a victim. No, nobody, the strike that they preempted is that Harry, people would have said, well, Harry's really out of the royal family. So his stock would have gone down. The royal family nobody would have called out the royal family for not wishing him a happy birthday, because Harry and Meghan have never wished anybody a happy birthday.
Well, did Catherine not wish Harry a happy birthday?
Yes, William too. William too.
Wild.
He did it about an hour after. So this is basically validating that whatever that the Harry and Meghan are doing, you're on the right path, buddy. And this signal to the world, Ron, in my opinion, that he's one of us. Don't forget it. So they just raised his stock value again up because he was the only person that would have suffered from the royal family not wishing him a happy birthday. It would have been Harry and Meghan. They would have been the only ones, because then the message to the world would have been, they are out. Harry's living his life. He doesn't wish happy birthday to anybody because they don't matter to him. He doesn't need to wish him happy birthday publicly.
Yeah,
You know?
I was surprised that Catherine and William had given a message. I didn't know about William, but I mean, obviously they would, because they're good people and they're their family. But it's impressive that they've not had their will broken to that point yet.
Oh, this is what I was talking about, Ron. We're gonna play it, okay? This is the Hollywood.
Still extending
Okay, let's
support.
Survivors Club. That's the shocking name.
So let's continue with that thing. Sorry, I got distracted.
No, you go. No.
This is the Hollywood Reporter. Keep in mind now that now Access Hollywood is reporting on the story of the Hollywood Reporter, that they wrote an article calling Meghan a bully at work, that they have formed a survivors club in the US. And you know how petty the Hollywood Reporter is? They were retweeting it on the every couple of hours on the page because they're getting a lot of views, just to make sure that people understood that Meghan is a bully. So listen to this. I'm gonna
play it so that because I want to get caught up with this, because this sounds
The
interesting.
Sussex Survivors Club. That's the shocking name some of Meghan and Harry's former staffers are allegedly calling themselves. According to the Hollywood Reporter's Mayor Roshan, the magazine's bombshell report investigates the reported mass exodus of employees who worked under the Duke and Duchess.
Our reporter talked to, I think,
snap.
a dozen people. Most of them are people who have worked very closely with the couple in various
This
capacities.
dude's eye is like my eye.
now and previously.
The article comes on the heels of news last month claiming that the couple's chief of staff, Josh Kettler, left his post after only 3 months on the job, which we are told was a trial period and a mutual decision. Kettler has not returned our request for comment.
Our reporter talked to one very high up source who works for the couple, who said everyone is terrified of Meghan Markle.
The Hollywood Reporter quotes the sources
Whoa.
saying Meghan, quote, belittles people. She doesn't take advice.
Whoa.
Harry is
I'm
a
sorry.
very charming
I'm sorry.
person. No
This
airs
sounds
at
a little
all,
bit
but he's very
familiar. Mrs. Paula M. Can you think of anything? Right? Can you think of anything? Right? Where
Yeah,
we,
like I mean, they made interview, and anti-lawyer has come out with a blind item, and the blind items. I'll show it to you, but I think I sent it to you. But a blind item says the illiterate one went crazy back in May because she discovered employees and former employees have a group Telegram chat. Now, when you go to work, you have to leave your phone either in a special bag or in your car. You have to use a company-provided phone while at work.
sounds familiar, Paula. It's almost like, do you know, you're a lot like the Simpsons. You're the Simpsons in the royal community, where it's like Paula already did it. Do you know what I mean? Paula already did it. Paula already did it. It's like the same things, because that is exactly what the Maid said.
You know what? I'm hoping that she because she was really disheartened where people were trashing that interview, right? And she said, "I'm not going to do anything." But hopefully, you know, now that people are coming around, hopefully she'll decide to return, and you know, and this time we can do the interview on the channel.
Yeah.
But listen to the rest of it. Listen to the rest of it, Ron.
Yeah. Carry on. Let's go.
Such an enabler. In a 2022 episode of her
Listen
Archetypes
to that part.
podcast,
Listen to that part.
Source who works for the couple, who said everyone is terrified of Meghan Markle.
the Hollywood Reporter quotes the sources saying Meghan, quote, belittles people. She doesn't take advice. Harry is a very, very charming person, no airs at all, but he's very much an enabler. In a 2022 episode of her Archetypes podcast, Meghan passionately opened up about being labeled as demanding during a conversation with Issa Rae.
You're allowed to set a boundary. You're allowed to be clear.
Yep.
It does not make you demanding. It does not make you difficult. Makes you clear.
Duchess Difficult is a nickname that's trailed Meghan Markle for quite a few years. What is new is this notion that coming to America, that a lot of those rumors were manufactured by the palace.
There's a hierarchy of the family. You know, there's leaking, but there's also planting of stories.
And the reporting that we did suggests that that probably isn't true, that there is this still undercurrent of fear.
An insider tells The Hollywood Reporter Meghan marches around like a dictator in high heels, fuming and barking orders. I've watched her reduce grown men to tears. But Meghan's friend and facialist, Sarah Chapman, who has staunchly defended Meghan, paints an entirely different portrayal of the Duchess.
Of course she
On the
does.
many occasions that I've been with her as a friend or in a professional capacity, I've never seen a negative side to her. I've seen a very trustworthy, very honest, very compassionate person.
Two things could be possible. Couple does help a lot of people. Meghan and Harry declined to comment for our story. I think maybe Meghan would have said that barking around orders is something that we expect from men, would never raise an eyebrow.
The thing though with that,
Sussex survivor.
the thing with that though is that when they said if the only person they could get to come in to her aid is a former facialist in 2021, and that's the only interview they have to use to respond to this interview right now, that doesn't speak highly of that, does it? Huh?
That whole article was wild. Okay. And you said that was quite a central media station out in America, or a media show out in America, right?
The Hollywood Reporter, that's like
a serious.
And now we have the New York Post. If you have if you put if you share the thing, you'll see like everybody's running with that story.
Yeah.
The New York Post, everybody. Happy birthday, Prince Harry. Look at Meghan's mom. I love it with Nacho hugging. But everybody is running with that story in the United States. So this is why Harry and Meghan popped up and used that woman.
Ron's getting the tattoo as soon as he's finished the house. The tattoo was promised before we found out about the baby. Okay, baby preparations have to come first. So that's all the hold up, man. That's all the hold up.
Look at Meghan Small with the meme you created. Make your own. Yeah, but they're really, and I don't know if, well, since you've been out of the loop, Harry, the Daily Mail published an article saying with a reporter. Remember in that little clip, guys, Harry said that the palace used to hold reporters, and they would call reporters to the palace and they would feed stories. Well, that reporter came out and did an interview with the Daily Mail saying that she's very good friends with Harry, and he invited her to their home in Montecito. So he's basically doing exactly the same thing that the palace was doing.
Yeah. Nah, so I'd done talking about that. I honestly, I triggered myself with the whole thing. It was time to move on because I need to process the fact that we're talking about no charges that we brought against Hugh Edwards. So yeah, there was none of that. Don't worry. But I don't understand where we're heading now, because are we now seeing the American previously pro Meghan and Harry? Are we going to start seeing the domino effect of them turning on them? Do you think that the mainstream media over there is now going to start digging in the same way you guys have? Like, can we send them the Maid video? Like, I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
One of the things that came out of that article, which is, and this is, I don't understand why people are not making more of it, Ron.
Okay.
It says that Harry, as soon as he got engaged to Meghan Markle, that he got signed up by Sunshine Sachs in the United States.
Wait.
Why would the Prince of the United Kingdom need an agency in the United States to represent him when he had Buckingham Palace and he was a working royal? And in the article, they said that as soon as he got engaged to Meghan Markle, he was signed up by Sunshine Sachs. So he knew back then that they were leaving, because why would he ever need to have an agency represent them in the United States when he had Buckingham Palace do it?
What about the possibility? Because, hey, that was a pretty bad report for Meghan. Harry came off pretty good there, other than being called an enabler, right? So are we seeing the hand of the king? Are we seeing a behind the scenes skip? Like, are we seeing this? Are we seeing like a play?
You're going to be triggered, because now that
let's go.
I am absolutely there. There's absolutely, because I am so old, guys, that I remember when this type of thing started, when they started doing the Camilla, bring back Camilla into the fold, when they used to conduct these fake polls and say that Camilla was popular and loved, right? Okay, so now there are these polls. I kid you not. What you're about to, I'm gonna share this image with you, and this is a poll because that's what they're doing now. Apparently, Harry is more popular than Catherine in the United Kingdom. I'm sure, I kid you not.
Oh man, you don't have. This could be your first week here, and you know that's a fucking great joke.
This is the one. This is, I kid you not. This is date September 6th to 9th. That's when the poll was conducted.
All right.
September 24. 1,122 adults. Okay.
Now, I don't want you to be offended, America. I don't want you to be offended when I say this. All right. But is there a slight possibility that more people know about Prince Harry and things like this than Princess William, Princess Catherine? You know what I'm saying? Do you think?
Well, this is a UK poll. This is a UK poll.
Oh, a UK poll.
Yeah, they're saying that Harry here, the yellow means negative, and the blue is positive. So Harry has more positive. Is more liked than Princess Catherine.
Nah, I think they thought they were ticking something else.
You know what Queenie said? I did a live yesterday. You know what Queenie said? Where was this poll? Nobody asked me.
Oh yeah, exactly. Polls are good though. Polls are good, especially if you do a poll within an echo chamber. You want to prove a point. You got it.
Ron, this is a blatant lie. There's absolutely no way on this earth, that Harry's more popular than Princess Catherine. Absolutely impossible. This is a physical impossibility. I'm sorry, but this is what started. If you look at that reporter, the Hollywood reporter said that Harry was a sweetheart, no airs about him, but Meghan is not.
Let's not be too hasty. Let's talk about what we've got the data for, which is that apparently Harry is more popular than Princess Catherine. Why, right, would a nation have voted that way? Because we got to assume, we can't just assume everything is wrong. We can certainly say it was a tailored audience that took the poll. Look at Siri. Like, we can definitely say that it was a tailored audience, but I'm with you. I cannot see if it was a nationwide poll. There's just no way. There's just no way.
I don't know who they polled. I really don't know.
You know who they polled. You know who they polled. The frickin' sugar community would have voted that way, right?
No. I mean, not even, Ron, not even. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense.
We need to figure this out. We need to figure out where they put this poll out and got this result.
It was actually the Daily Mail. They had like all their mainstream media were running with that.
Nah, I need to dig on this. This is a madness. I'm not believing it.
Look for it while you're there. Look for it while you're there. Let me see. UK poll. Prince Harry is Prince Harry more popular than Catherine. Is YouGov? Let me see.
This is a madness.
Yeah. I can't access this stupid thing. I can't access it here, but it was I think Molly has it on her X. There's like 4 or 5 polls that they put out that Prince Harry. Oh, and that almost 50% of people want Harry back were as a working royal. It was 47 point some percent that want Harry back as a working royal.
Yeah, do you know what? I prefer the one from May 2023. This is the one we're going to go with now. All right, this is the way better one. Okay. All the way down here is good old Andy. But no, that's a pretty mad.
All of us YouTubers on X are talking about it because they actually put it out just now. This is between the 6th and 9th of September. Everybody, and then they did 2 polls: who are the most popular royals, and if they want Harry back. And they said that almost 50% of the people polled, they want Harry back. I
Yeah,
do not
every
see
single person that said that was a content creator. Okay, because I swear to God, I would have voted I want Harry back. What's better content? Harry staying in America or Harry coming back to the UK? You know you're damn
think it would
well.
have been better for him to stay floundering in America, because to see him fail and fail and fail and fail and fail.
That I went back here. I'm bored with America. I'm bored with the America arc of Harry and Meghan now. We need a madness.
Now, and look, show this picture, because Molly showed this, and this is actually quite good. These are receipts, guys. This is from 2020. Now, Elizabeth Thorpe, right? Single mom, vice president at Sunshine Sachs, former EIC of Capital File magazine. Heavy hitter, right? So this Daniel Summers says, it's almost as though he cares more about his happiness and that of his wife and child. This is talking about Brexit, right? Of his child, than remaining part of a system that destroyed his mother's life when he was a child himself. Variety, Harry and Meghan will lose royal titles, repay UK for house. This is her talking. Elizabeth Thorpe says, I have a different take. Daniel Summers goes, go on. Elizabeth Thorpe, Meghan wants to do the international superstar things, not the community center opening on a wet Wednesday in Stokes-on-Trent. She wants to shill Duke and Duchess merch on QVS to Kardashianize the monarchy. Daniel Summers, again, I guess time will tell. I don't know why she'd be motivated to leave the royal family to be an international celebrity. Her would have been mother-in-law was arguably the most famous woman in the world, and we've just seen video of her chatting with Beyonce. Elizabeth Thorpe, I have heard not very nice things about her from people in Hollywood. Not sure she's good people. I hope I am wrong. Daniel Summers, it's so hard to know, got much credence to give to that kind of thing. Elizabeth Thorpe, one of them I trust implicitly. This is way before she began dating Harry too. So this is the VP in 2020. And we have Meghan Markle, literally, they talk about QVS, right? Literally merching, what you might call it?
Come on, you got this. Come on.
A keychain.
There we go.
A keychain by QVS. I'm going to show you the keychain.
Buy the keychain. Can you actually go on the internet and buy the keychain?
Yes, and you can buy it. It's somewhere there, you know, like it's I'll show it to you, because she's wearing this rice picker hat, you know, like she did a thing that she was walking and with rice picker. Well, that picture is quite creepy.
Listen to this. The question was, if there was no other royals except Harry, then who would be the most popular royal? That would make a reason for that poll. I get it.
No, that's not it. That there's if you look, they had, if that
it's
was
a joke, Paula. It's a joke. It's a funny haha. It's a funny ha. Just laugh.
There's Meghan. Look, there's Meghan. There's Meghan showing that picture.
Yeah. She's
now merching that QVS thing. That's a what you might call it. This thing here is a keychain, and they're selling like for $200-300 that keychain.
Brilliant. Let's get a keychain. Right. What is it called? I need to see this.
I really don't know, you know.
Meghan.
But the thing is, though, oh, and did you see this? Oh my God. You remember that Meghan says that when she was 11 years old, she did that commercial, and, you know, and then the entire industry changed the soap, right? This is what she said, right? Prince George at 11, he's flying helicopters.
Of course he is. Obviously.
Look at this little video. Look at this. Molly, look at it. When Prince George accidentally interrupts Meghan's crucial speech. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was just 11 years old, I unknowingly and somehow accidentally became a female advocate. When I was just 11 years.
Yeah, you got me. Well done. 10 out of 10.
I didn't do it. Somebody did it. I mean, this community has gone insane with that.
You're getting. I owe you one. Okay, I owe you one now. So look forward to that coming after you. Right, hang on. I need to find this key ring.
It's QVS. This is something called QVS. I don't know what that is.
All right, we're getting into this.
No, I just have to ask you something. That guy had an AK-47 for Trump.
An AK. Yeah, look, I'll show you the picture. Right. That's what I was saying. It's the most convenient.
But how can they get something like that? I can understand you be able to get a gun or a rifle but that's an automatic weapon. Are they allowed to get in the United States?
All automatic weapons are regulated to semi-automatic, so you can have an AK-47, but it's as fast as you can pull the trigger. But you can get these little like things that you just turn, like a little handle that pulls the trigger for you. So you can just go. Don't look that up, anybody. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing that people should be talking about. But that's a thing. I don't know what they're called, but that's a thing.
Oh, look at Harry here. Look at Harry doing that.
What is this guy? Listen, what is it with this guy and the old nurples? Okay, because that's an odd one, right? I'm just going to say now, this is odd. This is a very odd situation. Okay.
Look at the lady's face. Look at the lady's face. Like, what the hell? I better not lift my shirt.
Stay away from Harry on a cold day, allegedly.
But that's weird, Ron. You have to give me that. That
is, I will put my hands up and say Harry's entire nipple tour was odd, right? Really odd. Because if he'd just done it once, maybe it was maybe he lost a bet somewhere. Sure, we all have moments. But I mean, there's been like 3 or 4 clips of the old nipple tweaking. It's just a bit mad. It's a bit mad.
No, this is actually this is the let me see what it says here. Josh Keller, Santa Barbara-based consultant who had been serving as chief of staff to the Duke and Duchess, reportedly resigned in August. Oh, that's another person who Josh Kettler. But they just had another person quit on them.
So this is I mean, I'm not being funny.
This is the Hollywood Reporter, Ron. See,
this is quite serious. As far as negative Meghan press goes, this is quite heavy for her.
Oh, this is I'm going to show you that. Here's the article. I'm going to show because it opens in another page. So let me open it for you here because I mean, this is when the Hollywood Reporter had been pro Meghan.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sharing shit. Let me see. Why am I doing this?
Make sure you guys like and share as well if you can do. It really helps me out. And with, of course, all of the craziness that's taken place, I think a lot of people didn't know we were going to be back, but we're back, and we're, it's just everything cracks on. So make sure you share.
This is the actual article.
Yeah.
Why Hollywood keeps quitting on Harry and Meghan. Looks like Harry and Meghan have done it again. They've chewed up yet another American, and they make a statement because, like the guy said in the interview, Harry said that, and Meghan had said that it was the palace putting out these things because there were Brits and they try to blame it on cultural differences, right?
Yeah.
Let's not forget that Jason Kanoff is American. Josh Kettler, the Santa Barbara-based consultant who'd been serving, this is somebody from Santa Barbara, who'd been serving as chief of staff to the Duke and Duchess, reportedly resigned in August after just 3 months on the job, becoming the latest member of the ever-expanding Sussex Survivors Club, as some former employees have taken to calling themselves. Before Kettler, there was Toya Holness, who was their global press secretary, and they're so pompous as their global press secretary, until 2022, and Christine Wheel Shermer, the one-time Pinterest, is it Pinterest or Pinterest? How do you say that? Pinterest communications director, who quit as Harry and Meghan's PR head in 2021. Samantha Cohen, Markle's top aide and private secretary, departed the same year. There you go. Earlier, there was Kelly Thomas Morgan, a Sunshine Sachs partner, who started repping Meghan when she was still a commoner, a TV star on Suits, adding Harry to her client roster when they became engaged. This is actually quite serious, and that means that they knew, and there is no way in hell the royal family didn't know that Harry had been signed up by Sunshine Sachs.
Whilst he was a royal.
Well, he was, when they became engaged, which was in 2017.
Yeah, that is some Fergie level shit right there. I just want to point out.
Right. So, and I can guarantee you the royal family knew.
Yeah. Do you want to just watch some of the Maid video, right? Because I feel like everything we've just read was said in the Maid video.
Sure.
The only reason I'm saying that is because when the fuck was this? This was 3
Oh,
months ago.
I have the interviews. I have them on what you might call it. I have it on a playlist. It says Maid, but let me get that for you. I'll
Yeah, I
find
already
it.
got it.
I can find it quicker for you. I can find it quicker for you on my
I already
channel.
found it. What are you talking about?
Oh, you did? How do you do that?
What are we talking about? It's the internet. It's my place. Right. I just want to. It's specific, but
Just to pick on something you said, why do you say that she thinks she's famous? Hello?
Yeah, like you're asking me this, or
Yeah.
right? Because
What do you think? Why do you keep saying that she?
shorter than me. Well, there was no routine, really, because they were never.
Hang on.
She spent most of her time in her condo near La Cienega going to meetings. I
And your
offered him
condo?
something to drink, and I asked him.
I think it's part 2. I think
It's part 2. Go to part 2. Go to part 2. I can find it for you. I don't have a problem.
It's all right. Yeah, I mean, you will see who gets there first.
Let me see. Maid.
It's called Maid Part 2, right?
No, the Maid interview response. Let me see.
Former Maid tells all female boxer. When? How old is she? Come
When
on.
the whistleblower speaks. Is that the one when the whistleblower speaks?
I don't know. Hang on a minute. 1 month. Hang on, I'm scrolling.
Oh no. Let me see.
It's your channel, okay?
Okay, I'll get it. I have the playlist. I have it in a playlist. That's what I'm saying. Like my playlist.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh,
have-
is it maybe privatized or some shit?
No, I didn't privatize. I have it in a Maid. Here. I have the Maid interviews.
Bullshit right now. Where is it?
I've them.
Where you put it? Where you put it? There's part 1. I'm not seeing any part 2. What are you talking about?
I have it here.
Oh wait. Oh no. Oh yeah, I found it. Wait. The former maid confirms pregnancy hoax. Is that what yours says?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. We got it, people.
You told me before that
Hang on.
this old lady and goes to school.
I'm not part of any.
No.
I would serve her a coffee and make him a drink.
Let's just listen to this whole thing.
No. When I started to work, Princess Meghan used to come over to the house a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week, always accompanied by Mr. Marcus, or most of the time anyways. If not, she was with her assistant, a blonde lady. She was always talking on the phone around the house, always followed by a crew filming her.
So she did come to the house often.
Yes, when I started working there, she used to come quite often. Told you about in the first interview. The second time I didn't see her yet, and I went to get a glass of water for her.
Trying to find
She
the
was
bit
always there.
when she
A
talks
couple of
about
times I heard.
immigration and shit.
No, Paula, I didn't hear how it got started. I just heard the shouting. Well, he was about to leave the house when she came very agitated, saying that they had to go to Texas because it was good for their image, but he said no. He said that it was not a good idea because out of respect to the families and the deceased. She got angry and told him that he was as cold as his family, that it was always up to her to get things done. He said no, that there was no way they would go there. She got really mad and yelled some really vulgar things to him and left all angry, but he didn't go. He refused to go. He stayed there at the house.
Now, I want to talk about something that I know you don't like to talk about because you said you never saw anything, but I just need to ask you because
There's just 3 minutes left, everyone.
I just can't believe it. Did you ever see Meghan pregnant?
No, I never saw her pregnant.
And now I want to ask you a little bit about, I'm sorry, I'm going through the notes here. I just want to ask you a little bit about the Netflix documentary and Meghan.
I was really surprised.
Pregnant. They show Harry
30 at night. I don't know if they played with kids during the weekend. I already told you that we never saw any kids. My work schedule was from Monday to Friday from 6 in the morning to 7:30 at night. I don't know if they played with kids during the weekend, but never during my working schedule.
I wanted to ask you something. At the beginning, Ron, we're asking it. She actually talked that she was forced to leave the phones in the gate, and now Auntie has come out. I have never witnessed. I have also said. I mean, well, thank you for being here.
Listen, I know everybody, this is a bit all over the place, all right? But this is just what happens when the host's got ADHD, all right? So you just need to bear with me.
Thanks for the interview, Paula.
You told me that Meghan Markle didn't go to the house very often.
Yes, we're watching it through again, all right?
No. When I started...
Is it this one or is it the first one?
What part are you looking for?
I want the part about the phones, and I want the part about being threatened with immigration.
This is the one.
This is the one. Okay, well, we'll just play through.
Started to work, Princess Meghan used to come over to the house a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week, always accompanied by Mr. Marcus, or most of the time anyways. If not, she was with her assistant, a blonde lady. She was always talking on the phone around the house, always followed by a crew filming her.
So she did come to the house often.
Yes. When I started working there, she used to come quite often for a few hours. After 4 months, she only came around twice a week.
Okay, so what did she do when she got to the house?
Well, I think she only came to the mansion to work.
Yes, it's an AI voice. It was it was Spanish, I think she was speaking.
And then we translated it, and then
to English, and then rather than have somebody speak it in English, I used AI voice, 100% AI voice. It was for
some people said it was you faking it.
Oh yes, that's totally my voice.
Because she was always on the phone organizing meetings or doing things around the house, always followed by a crew with cameras filming what she was doing.
You told me before that in the other interview that you had seen Meghan hit Harry. Did you see any other incidents?
Look, Paula, I only witnessed 2 attacks. The first one I told you about in the first interview. The second time I didn't see how the fight got started because I was in the kitchen. When I heard the screaming and shouting, I went to see what was happening, and I saw Prince Harry holding her by the arms trying to stop her because she was hitting him. I didn't know what to do, whether to get in the middle or not, because I am just a maid. Thank God Mr. Marcus was there. Prince Harry sat down on a chair really upset, and I went to get a glass of water for him.
So you don't have any idea what the fight was about?
No, Paula, no.
What did they do when they were both at the house?
Well, they always came separately. They would greet each other. I would serve her a coffee and make him a drink. They were always working at the house with meetings.
Are you serious? Ron made up the call and
a lot of their staff would come and work there.
Oh,
they would sit
good.
down and watch YouTube and Twitter. One time a man came. I don't know if he was a writer or a reporter to interview Prince Harry about his life. She was always there. A couple of times I heard arguments because the writer told her that the story was about Prince Harry, but she wanted her side of the story to be included as well. I couldn't really stick around and listen because I would get caught gossiping. I only saw them walking around the house with her always filming.
So, do you know if he was a writer?
Paula, I don't know if he was a writer or not. All I know is that he would come and spend time asking him about his life and he would answer.
You also told me, and let me see, I'm just trying to go through the notes here.
To be clear as well, I was saying the original recordings in Spanish as well. Like I asked Paula to provide me with as much evidence of who this woman was. She provided ID as well. I was offered to see that, but I wasn't. Too much passing people's IDs around for proof, and then somebody clicking on a link is
that I have. You told me the last time that they fought because of a trip to Texas. Can you tell me more about it?
No, Paula, I didn't hear how it got started. I just heard the shouting. Well, he was about to leave the house when she came very agitated, saying that they had to go to Texas because it was good for their image, but he said no. He said it was not a good idea because out of respect to the families and the deceased. She got angry and told him that he was as cold as his family, that it was always up to her to get things done. He said no, that there was no way they would go there. She got really mad and yelled some really vulgar things to him and left all angry, but he didn't go. He refused to go. He stayed there at the house.
Now, I want to talk about something that I know you don't like to talk about because you said you never saw anything, but I just need to
what?
ask
I think it's the other interview, Ron. I think it's the other interview because we're almost at the end here. I think it's the other interview.
Let me
But
just.
what
Let
is really interested, you know what is really interested to me, Ron? People have gone through great lengths to discredit this lady. Go to the beginning.
I'm not. Listen. I've seen enough to back up this story, so I'm not even listening
I'm
to
not
it.
worried about that. What were incredible to me is that how they try to discredit people who come forward.
Of course they do. Standard.
Also, another channel that ends.
Why do you think? Why do you keep saying that she thinks she's famous?
She has it organized and clean because they ran it out a lot. Duchess of Sussex, the first time. And
Oh,
after
that's the
that,
part. That's the part.
we had to call her Princess Meghan.
Okay, let me
Really
piggyback on that.
because they were never there. One thing we were told is that all of us, when we saw her,
Also, as well, this version was when we took the Spanish and then had somebody translate it, and then someone who spoke English reading it, and then I disguised their voice so that it sounded encrypted effectively. But trust me, man, this all came from a very angry sounding Spanish lady.
to call her Royal Highness Princess Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, the first time. And after that, we had to call her Princess Meghan. I remember one of the times she came to the mansion with a friend of hers, and she told to watch us try to call her by the titles. She made fun of us because we are Latinos and it is difficult for us to say the whole thing. So they were both laughing, making fun of us, making fun of her accent and how terrible the accent was. She's quite nasty. One time she was really mad at one of the gardeners who didn't know what a curtsy was, and she threatened him with deportation, saying that she had the governor of California on speed dial, and all she needed to do was to call him and have any of us.
All right, listen. If you've not seen this, go and watch this. I'm going to post this part.
The funny part is that we had then Governor of California speaking out in defense of Archwell, saying that it wasn't delinquent in one of the things, which is
It's weird how all this is adding up now. So I genuinely implore all of you to go and watch both parts of this, then go and rewatch the section where they're bashing Meghan in the news that Paula showed today, and then see how it all adds together, cause it's a bit mad. But do you know what, Paula? Just before,
hopefully we can convince her. Hopefully we can convince her to come, because I heard. I don't know if this is true. People in the chat can tell me if it's true or not. But I heard that if you sign an NDA, they can't use it to shut you up for if you were bullied or mistreated. They can't use the NDAs. I think there's a law that they just passed. And I don't know if you want to share this because somebody in the chat asked me about Obama signing away the thing for propaganda in the U.S. I have it here. U.S. repeals propaganda ban, spreads government made news to Americans.
okay, hang on 1 second.
Because we're talking about this gentleman who attempted to shoot President Trump, right? And I said to you that this gentleman looks like he truly believes it. Like he bought the Kool-Aid.
Oh, the ideology. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So now the government is allowed to do this. For decades, a so-called anti-propaganda law prevented the U.S. government mammoth broadcasting arm from delivering programming to American audience. So the government was not allowed to produce any shows or content bias for the government.
Yeah.
They were supposed to remain nothing. People are supposed to report on the government, not the government telling you these are our news, and that's what it was called. The U.S. repeals propaganda ban, spreads government made news to Americans, and that depends on whose government and what news they're going to spread. And this was for decades a so-called anti-propaganda law prevented the U.S. government's mammoth broadcasting arm from delivering programming to American audiences. But on July 2nd, that came silently, very quietly, to an end with the implementation of a new reform passed in January. That's what Obama signed. The result, an unleashing of thousands of hours per week of government-funded radio and TV programs for domestic use consumption in a reform initially criticized as a green light for U.S. domestic propaganda efforts. So what just happened? So this is why we're having like this gentleman, because they are feeding people information that the government, depending on which government is in power. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really terrible. And the programming varies in tone and quality, but its breadth is vast. It's viewed in more than 100 countries in 61 languages.
Yeah.
Okay. So the government can put out anything. Before, they were not allowed to do that. Okay. The restriction of these broadcasts was due to the Smith-Mundt Act, a long-standing piece of legislation that has been amended numerous times over the years. Perhaps most consequentially by Arkansas Senator J. William Fulbright in the 1970s. I mean, this basically is what Obama signed away. So now the government can tell you anything they want. Use they were not allowed to do that, because I'm answering to Patricia.
Propaganda is a mad one.
Can you show me? Here it is. And Obama did it very quietly, as of course they do when they're doing something that's terrible. And this is why they were able to silence Facebook, X, and everybody. And this is why, as soon as Obama did this, because the press, Ron, I kid you not, changed dramatically when that bill, when that was removed, and then the government was allowed to put their news and arm wrestle anybody. Yeah. And Harry and Meghan, you know what? I use Harry and Meghan, but Harry and Meghan are into censorship. You know that, Tina, before she came on my live, and this is the UK we're speaking. We're not speaking Iraq or Iran or anything. Tina was worried because of the freedom of speech. She was worried about that people were going to come and say something.
Yeah, of course.
I kid you not. That's what she said.
No, she mentioned it to me as well. It's wild what gets into people's heads sometimes, but you got to respect everyone's level of being able to deal with what's going on in the world.
She's not wrong. People are getting arrested for a Facebook post.
Yeah, I know. I covered it. Trust me. It was me that let her know about it. There's 2,000 people. I think at least 2,000 people that have been charged with tweets in the UK. Do you know what I'm saying? But they're releasing prisoners early to make room for a new load of people going in just around the riots. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's all a bit odd. But Paula, look, we've smashed an hour. We've got an hour and 10 minutes.
Before we go, we have to show Archie and Lily.
Archie and Lily. Okay, one second.
No. Share the screenshot.
Oh my God! You've actually got there. Wow! Listen, we have got real pictures finally of the Markle children. Paula, everyone, you've seen it here first.
No. They saw it yesterday. Molly showed it, but we're seeing it again. Lily and Archie. This is Molly. We have to thank Molly. I would not like. I would love to be in Molly's head for once. Just for a few seconds.
Too good. Yeah. Well, listen. Got to end it on a smile. But listen, everybody, can you make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that stuff? We'll be back tomorrow. We're back, of course, Tuesday night with McCann Theories. Wednesday, we've got the Moors. Thursday, we've got Crime Theory. Friday, we're back with the Royal Mess. This Friday is going to be a bit of a banger. So don't forget to set your notifications once I put the live up. And listen. Good to see you all, Paula. You're looking fabulous, and we'll be seeing you all tomorrow. I don't know what happened to Queenie. I'm assuming her phone melted, but we'll see her again soon too. Thank you, everyone, for coming and joining me. You're all fabulous. Make sure you like and share. Tell everyone that we're back, because that would make my life easier. All right, I love you all. Thank you for being here, Paula. You're a legend. Mods, you're all legends, and you yourself for watching are always a legend. And thank you all for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Gotta fucking do this again. Wake up the office demons. I'm testing my patience. Let's not get fired today.